Oh, look at this. The T7 has come out to play. I wanted to give it a bit of love this weekend. Give it a good clean. It's actually getting quite corroded and rusted in certain places. And I thought I'd spend a few hours giving it a really good deep clean. And then lather it up in ACF 50. But before doing that, I thought I would get it dirty. So here we are. Just yesterday I picked it up after getting the tyres changed out on it. I had been running the Mitas E12 and E13 respectively, and they're savage tyres when off-road, but I've been using this bike more and more going in and out of work, and I was just starting to hate them a little bit for the commute. I also had my first ever tank slapper while on the motorway, and I have to say, not a nice feeling. Not a nice feeling. So yeah, they're gone. So yeah, I was talking a little bit about the corrosion. So this, for example, I don't know what sort of parts Yamaha are using, but like, I mean, that's ridiculous. Really upsetting. I mean, look, the crossbars are getting a bit of rust. Where the paint is being scraped off, that's fine. I don't care about them. Yeah, it's like, maybe it's not as bad as I initially thought or had in my head, but anyway, she'll get a nice big deep clean. Bit of love. It's class as well, having these tyres back on it. I forgot just how much fun this bike could be on the road, just on the back roads and stuff. That engine is just so much fun. So much fun. Anyway, we'll do a bit of exploring. We'll see how we get on. I literally haven't been off-road on this bike since July last year, around when I got the KTM. So yeah, I'd say it's going to be interesting, to say the least. Suspension on this bike, I don't know, it might just be in my head at this stage because of all the bad sort of experiences I had, but I'm still not convinced it's right. But anyway, we'll sort of see. At least now I've got the KTM to sort of compare it to. It's funny, the how big this bike is between your legs. There's a joke in there somewhere. Well, after this is a completely different kettle of fish. After being on the KTM so long, and it's obviously so light and skinny, this is such a different ball game. Now, in fairness, if I still had the Mitas tyres, this would this little track would be a piece of piss. There has to be give somewhere though, I suppose. What a bike though. What a bike. So the aim this spin, there's an area I want to do some exploring, and it's going to be mostly just fire roads. I just thought I'd nip in here on the way, but it's mostly just fire roads, and I think it'll be great crack sliding around on this, and then hopefully, Jesus Christ, I'll get out on the KTM then tomorrow for some proper trail riding. But lots of people have been asking me about this beast, and if I still have it. I sure do for the moment. Anyway, oh my god, this is so different. The suspension, I'm absolutely convinced it's not right. Oh my god. I'll book it back in with Stephen and NDM and get him to actually open it up and investigate. Maybe it's just in my head. As I say, we'll soon find out. No way. That has completely washed away. I mean, might just have a wee look. As I say, first spin in months. Definitely rusty on the big girl. And that's completely washed away. I actually think the new line might be this one. It is. That should be fine. I'll come down here. Now, in an ideal world, I would stand up right now, pick my line nicely, and truck away. There you go. First crash of the day. Front just washed out. Hey. Oh, it's a rusty one. Now, you just have to pick your line on this one a bit more than the KTM. It's less sort of forgiving. And the consequences of a mistake are a little bit more fierce in that you're picking up 220 kilos instead of 100. She's a beast though. I have to say I have missed it. It's just, it's gonna be a slow one on the single track today. Feck it. some amount of water we've been getting. Rain, I should say. Some amount of water. Well, that's true. Yesterday was miserable. So miserable. You guys tell me, you want to see more of the T7 content? Actually, I must finally do that camping trip I've always threatened to do on it. That'd be cool. Get somebody to go with me so I'm not alone in the woods. Afraid of the boogeyman. So this is the area I wanted to explore a bit. I thought it might be a little bit more comfortable scoping some trails out on this, but actually I don't know what I'm saying. Actually, I just wanted to come out on this bike, and I decided this would be the purpose. Pretty sure there's trails along here somewhere. But yeah, I'll tell you one thing, I've been watching your man Josh, MVDBR Enduro, I think is the name of his channel, over in Australia. Seriously jealous of the amount of space available to you guys in Australia to just go exploring. It's absolutely class. And it got me to thinking, well, maybe I actually do have decent enough spaces to go exploring, and I just choose not to do it. Very much a creature of habit, me. I find something and I'm very happy and content doing it over and over again, which is probably incredibly boring for the channel. Anyway, I have to say, this is one of the few places near me anyway where you could actually get lost going around. These fire roads are literally all over the place. Now, I've been up here once before on this bike, and that must be, God, 2 years ago. So nothing looks familiar. Okay, it's definitely worth coming in here on the little bike for some exploration. So maybe that's for tomorrow. There's definitely bikes about. Somebody's coming up here. It's just the way I came. I could have sworn I came from the direction of the hiker there. Following my own tracks. Oh, God damn it, it is. This is the way I came. Just recognised that water filter thingy. Can't remember the actual name for them. Yeah, even just for blasting around fire roads, this thing is class. It's always in the back of my mind, deer jumping out though. So I kind of accelerate, get up to a fun little speed, and then I'm like, oh Bambi! I slow down again. There's a pheasant. We are still... Oh, there you go. There's Bambi now. Anybody following? Hope he's alright. Probably fine. Lost my train of thought now. Still exploring anyway. This place is huge. Definitely coming back on the pumpkin. Do you know what? I wouldn't mind going and doing my old little race circuit. Wonder what condition that's in. The old stomping ground. Haven't been here in a while either. Need to learn the lines again. Oh, I heard that. That was a little clunker. There's definitely still something up with this suspension. 100%. Where's the... Yeah. Oh, it's getting torn up in here too. Once upon a time being able to do these jumps. Oh my god. There's definitely something wrong with this f***ing thing. Offtheroad.de. Don't ever buy anything off them. Yeah. The suspension on this bike is bollocks. Right, I'm gonna go home. It's 12:15. It's nice having a clock that you can see, I have to say. But anyway, 12:15. Take about 25-30 minutes to get home, and then I want to give this bike a really good deep clean. So I'm really hoping it's not raining back home. We'll have to see. But anyway, let us know if you want to see more T7 content. I'm gonna book the bike in with Steve and NDM. I am so tired of the suspension on this fucking thing. It's just been such a letdown from day one. But that was quite interesting when I was in the sand pit there, and I could actually hear like the clank of it bottoming out on like the simplest of things. So yeah, I mean, I was actually keeping the name of the company quiet there for a while, but off the road, their customer service is absolutely atrocious. I bought the suspension and I paid via PayPal, and I even opened the case with them, which I won, and I could have returned the suspension for a full refund. But rather stupidly I decided to hang on to it. I suppose I paid a lot of money to get the suspension installed, and I would have been paying the same sort of money to get it taken off. So I would have been out of pocket a lot of money that I never would have gotten back, and then I wouldn't have the suspension either. That was my logic for not doing it. Perhaps poorly thought out. But anyway, listen, I'll bring the bike to Steve, and rather than getting him to just tinker around with the settings, I actually think I might get him to open up the forks in particular, and make sure that the springs are correct, because that's the thing that off the road keep messing up. And anytime I reached out to Tractive themselves, they said you have to deal with the retailer. They wouldn't even speak to me. So awful experience from the get-go. But enough about the suspension. I love this bike. It's so much fun. The engine is just, everybody says the same thing. You might be put off by the weight, and the stock suspension leaves a lot to be desired, even though it's better than my present setup. But the engine is just phenomenal, and they've done a great job with the linkage and stuff too. It all just, it works really well as a nice package. So enjoyed the spin, enjoyed a bit of exploring. Hopefully I'll get out again tomorrow, and yeah, the usual spiel then at this point. If you like the video, give us a like, leave a comment, subscribe if you're not subscribed, and I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers.